Welcome back to Let's Not Sugarcoat It. Season 3 is here and we're excited to dive into the core of communication, relationships, and leadership.
We're your hosts, Bella and Lee, a husband and wife duo with a successful business helping couples and organizations get it together to play a bigger game and elevate their relationships and performance.
We believe in keeping it real, so each week we'll bring you incredible guests, entrepreneurs sharing their authentic experiences, along with episodes featuring just the two of us tackling the tough topics.
So, if you're ready to enhance your connections and sharpen your leadership skills, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
Well, today I am here with Amy Cohen. She is the master of building community, chic experiences, chic retreats, business. Everything that comes out of this woman is just fabulous. So we are here to talk to you guys about the summit. It's a business leadership conference. It is the first in Canada, actually, business festival.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm super excited about it because as we've been working together for the last few years, this is the baby that you have been manifesting for so long. Yeah. And we really need something like that here in town and across Canada and actually across the world. So I know that this is just the beginning of these festivals all over the country and all over the world. So do you want to give us a little bit?
I do.
What it is?
Yes. Yeah. I just want to thank you so much for having me, and what a pleasure to kind of sit in community and have these conversations, because like you said, there's been years and years in the making, but also years and years of support and friendship and community that gets a person to have success with building something that you're passionate about. So for me, it's definitely events. I love bringing people together. I love seeing people be able to up-level in their business, in their personal life, in their own communities, which is why the Chic Experience exists. And like you said, Bella, it's the Chic Retreats, which is really personal, is the Connect and Collab events and the business mixers. And then this incredible event that has been very much a kind of a collaboration and a collision of all of the pieces of life that I have been able to experience. So from living in different places to having different education and courses and certificates and all the things that I've been able to adapt over the years, bringing it together to have people learn, be able to up-level, to be able to come together in an immersive, truly immersive experience where we're going to stand on business. So the summit is in its 4th year, but truly this year, and I'm sure we'll talk about kind of the vision behind it, but this year is an exceptional, incredible up-level truly for the community. I sat last year thinking about how I could keep iterating it to be even more incredible for this community that has so many incredible speakers and amazing humans that are experts in their field. And the summit is truly a business festival. And I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, I'm so excited because you are really a person who community to you means collaboration. It means support. And I think just overall, it's relationships.
Yes.
Relationships are the foundation of business. And a lot of people think that, going to these events, just passing out business cards is where you're going to strum up that business and that relationship. Your events are different because you give people that opportunity to learn about each other, not just what I do for business, but how I show up in community and what I do in my personal life.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where, we need the best of the best. We need people with heart and soul, people who are going to be there for you during the dark times and the good times, because it's easy to be there and work through when everything is up and up.
Yes.
Community really shows up its true colors when you are in need of community.
Yeah, I feel like that's a great point, because I think we are so equipped in life to be able to handle so much, but we also, I think, hold ourselves back at times by not perhaps walking through that door that could welcome us with open arms, or not, asking a friend to go with us, or showing up solo to an event, or sign up for that class, or sit in that room because there's maybe fear around it.
Yeah.
But anybody that has been to my events, and you included, my goal from in my early teens into my 20s, into my 30s, and into my 40s has never changed. It has never wavered that I want everybody in the room to feel welcomed, to feel like that's exactly where they're meant to be. And it is my goal before I even start an event. And so I always really keep coming back to that. And hopefully, and I do think I can confidently say that it does shine through.
Yeah, I do. I do too. We are in alignment.
Yes.
So tell us about the experience, because it is different than anything we've seen here in community or even across Canada, like you said, right? It's a first immersive indoor-outdoor experience, 2 days.
Yeah.
So tell us the vision, the mission, and what it is behind this festival.
Okay, well, I need to take all the viewers and listeners on a bit of a journey, because taking you back several years, the first and the second and the third, this is the fourth summit. It has always been a business and leadership conference. The vision behind creating that was when I moved to the Okanagan. I've lived in Los Angeles and New York. I've lived in big cities that have different conferences that have immersive experiences. And we can come back to that, because I feel like people use the word immersive and it's not an immersive experience.
Yeah.
So it's like a buzzword, and they use, curated, and it's not actually curated events. So when anything that I create, I take such time and effort into really what am I doing and what's the mission and purpose behind it. So the summit, being the fourth year, came to essentially happen through moving to the Okanagan, seeing an event that did not exist that I wanted to attend. Because when you live somewhere and, I'm raising my family, I've got my family here, and building community around this beautiful environment, the Okanagan, I did truly believe that we do not have to fly away to go and attend incredible conferences. And I'm not, there's going to be conferences that are in the landscape of what you do professionally. If you're in education, if you're in trades, if you're in dental, whatever it is that you do, real estate, that you would go to that. But to have a business and leadership conference where the attendees have all different genres and professions of their career coming together, feeling like there's such like-mindedness, even if there's differences in what we do. So that was the premise. So starting something that A, didn't exist, B, I'm a believer in creating unique experiences. I'm not looking at what someone else is doing and saying, I want to do that or do it better. I'm constantly iterating my own mind to see what's not out there, to deliver the best experience for how I want people to leave. I want them to feel seen. I want them to feel valued. I want their dollars that they're investing into an event that does cost a lot of money to produce, but also that they feel it's valued and that they walk away knowing this is exactly where I'm meant to be. So within all of that, it's taken some time. The years have continued to, I would say, up level every year. This year, I'm going bigger than ever, kind of by leaps and bounds. And so, it's really kind of been from that starting point, Bella, where it didn't exist and I wanted it to be here.
What I love about that, because what you mentioned, going back to having conferences for different things, like trades, for investment, for whatever.
Yeah.
But the difference here is that we can all learn from each other, because leadership and business are not exclusive. Different industries, we can all learn from each other, whether you're in finance, whether you're cleaning, whether you're owning a medical spa, how we interact, how we lead, how we do business, and why we are successful. We can take those learnings, we can take those bits and bring them into our own leadership style, into our own business, so that we're growing and learning together. Because if we're working in silos, if we're just with our little, I call them horse, whatever the horse things are, the blinders, is what we know, and we can't really grow. And a lot of people get stuck.
Yes.
Because they're not aware of what is going on around them and how business are are changing, how they're
Yes.
adapting, how they're embracing, let's say, AI, right? We can all learn because everyone has value.
100%. And here's actually the most valuable thing that I do truly believe people are aware of, but sometimes don't clock the value of it. And that is that your community right where you are, you owning a business, having the person down the road, down the block, on the other side of town, is way more powerful for your bottom line, your sales. Business is sales, right?
Yeah.
So your sales and then your team and hiring, they're around you.
Yeah.
So going outside for what your genre of profession is one thing. This is meant to be different. It is meant to bring people together, to collaborate, to build, that compound interest within their own community.
Because you never know. You never know who you're sitting next to the bus.
Yes.
Unless you ask, unless you strike a conversation.
Yeah.
And this, I feel like this festival, this summit, this conference will put people in the room that may have not sat by them on the bus. Right? And then those questions, those conversations that happen are so important. Because they will open up different parts that you may have not been aware. So I highly recommend you guys come, you guys experience. Yeah, so tell us, because I was reading.
Yes.
I printed out because there's so much going on. It's 2 days and you say immersive.
And I want to, let's kind of unpack that a little bit. So immersive in the true form is where people experience an experience.
Yeah.
So they have the feels, they get to engage and interact. So this is an indoor and outdoor experience. There is 2 stages. There is 2 breakout rooms. There is a cafe that's right kind of in the center point of it all. We're closing both days with a private concert. We are bringing speakers in that are experts in their field under leadership, zone of genius, financial well-being, AI. There's a lot to unpack. However, it's very much, we start together and you take your journey through the 2 days, however it feels good and right for you.
Yeah.
So it truly is immersive. We have it's called The Market. It's the first year that we've officially, we've curated in the past, we did the Chic shop when we did the event a couple years ago, where it really was a stylized kind of store with different vendors. This is similar, but even bigger and larger and very curated in the vendors. So no one is the same.
Yeah.
It's meant to be, you could buy from all different vendors and not have the same thing, or consider maybe recommending a vendor to a corporate client that you work with, because maybe they do gifting or custom apparel, different things like that. So everything has been thought of very, very meticulously, but also immersive in the way of how you're going to feel and move. And it is all about whatever you show up for in those 2 days. So there's no right or wrong, notebook and pen and tote bag waiting for every attendee, because who doesn't love some great swag? And let me tell you, that is just the beginning of the gifting. We're going all out. It's going to be incredible.
So I'm going to go through some of the things that are going to happen.
Yes.
Okay, because there's quite a lot. So if you are on the fence or don't know what is actually going to be happening, I think we're going to go through a little bit so you know that when you invest in yourself and in your business by showing up for yourself and for community, because you're going to show up not only for yourself by learning and getting all the tidbits and knowledge, but you're also showing up for those who are there in the rooms.
Imagine meeting an investor for your business or somebody who truly is aligned with your business, that you're like, hey, I may be working solo and let's share a space together, travel, business bestie. Like, these are real situations that have happened at previous Chic events. And I just can envision them happening tenfold.
Yes, 100%. And to that point, I came to one of your events because I was in town and just happened to be like, come. And I said, yes. I was like, yes. Showed up. And as you always do, you have us come up and say what we do, who we are. And just by me sharing that, I had a few people come up to me and show interest in our business.
Yes.
3 months ago, I think it was 3 months. Yesterday, the same guy was there that was at your event. And I was like, we need to talk because now I am ready because we're hiring. And that connection, like I had him in my back pocket, but it was that universe and that me showing up again saying, we need to talk again. This is who we need. This is what we're here for. You're in our community and how we interacted and your skill levels. There's no way LinkedIn would have given us this opportunity because we needed to
meet
face,
the person.
Face to face and see that interaction, which is so important nowadays.
Yes, it is so important. And I love that you said that. So the event you're talking about is Connect and Collab.
Yeah.
And what is unique to the summit is we're actually doing events within the event. Every morning for the mornings, we are doing Connect and Collab. So come and enjoy your coffee. We're going to have a coffee cart on site.
Yeah.
Connect and collaborate. Get to know the people that have shown up, that have invested just like you.
Yeah.
And tell them like how they can support you or what you offer so that they can support you back. So we're bringing the events kind of intertwining, but
yeah. And that's the thing. You never know who is going to be in the room with you and the value that they're going to bring to you.
Yes.
And your business.
Absolutely.
So 2-day immersive, you'll engage in. Let me just go down the list here. Inspiring keynote sessions, valuable panel conversations and fireside chats, curated workshops and breakout business sessions, off the record, intentional networking, curated connections, so mentors, investors, business besties, hot seat coaching for ambitious entrepreneurs, small business owners, movement mindset sessions, wellness, self-care suite, and professional headshots for your LinkedIn bio or for your website. So, I mean, if this list, it goes on and on and on.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more. But if this doesn't move you to buy your ticket, I don't know what else we need for you to see the value, the people in the room, to be there for community, for yourself. Yeah.
Well, and I love that you brought up the hot seat coaching because that is something that we did at a past event, and it was with rave reviews that we are bringing it back, that this is going to be part of the summit year in and year out, as other experiences are. And we have experts that are in their field and multiple different ones. So we actually partner you up with the most aligned expert or potentially mentor. Yeah. There's no sales. There's no additional cost. Every single thing that you just mentioned, Bella, is included in your ticket.
No.
And so to have hot seat coaching, it could be somebody who's new to business, maybe just moved here, maybe kind of navigating some change and needs kind of a buffer or some support, or maybe just like have a hard conversation. Yeah. So it's going to be awesome in that regard, in just the value there.
Yeah. So I hear there is going to be a carving station. Do tell us about that. And are you going to share who the artist is going to be, or do you want to have that as a surprise?
Well, okay. So we're going to leave a little bit of the surprise. The only surprise that we'll leave is to come and meet the business, because what I will say is I'll share all the other information. So first time ever in Kelowna, and possibly in, I need to do some research if it's the first in Canada, but it might even be. We are doing what is called a 360 full activation food art experience. Okay, so let me take you through this. So a full food art experience. This is used with a 3D printer. It is a 360 table that you can watch the full 2-hour experience. You can have your wine. You can enjoy the music, because we'll talk about all the amazing music, so people don't leave after the event. We want them to stay and actually network and find, even more people to have, do business and life with.
Because life and business, like, they're intertwined.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, so imagine, so we're closing Friday evening off before Dawson Gray closes out the event. Speaker that just finished on the stage was Mayor Tom Dias. We're doing a fireside chat. And during this is this 360 experience. It is all food related, and it is an art installation. So it is called the Butter Affair. And yes, butter. So the butter that we eat, it is a 2-hour activation and experience that you watch and view with the full station setup with jams and herbs and relishes and breads and crackers and all these with the cheeses with the butter that is going to say something that'll be very amazing and Instagrammable. I'm going to leave that as a little bit of a surprise because it is going to be a wow factor surprise and a moment. And then we're going to enjoy it. And we are going to break bread and we are going to really wrap
up
to
do business
these 2 days, standing on business.
That's right. So June 4th and 5th, location is Sandhill.
Yes.
Indoor, outdoor experience. Get your tickets. We'll have a discount code for you. Friends15 to get 15% off your ticket.
All uppercase, and they can use it through Eventbrite or through our website. So Friends15, 15% off any ticket choice. So there's 2 options. There's a 1-day gold or a 2-day gold, and then a 2-day VIP. So you choose whatever feels good and right for you. 2 days, 1 day, come and do business with us.
That's right.
So the website for all tickets, all details, the full schedule, the speakers, which we didn't even talk about those, but they are incredible. Go check them out. It's www.thechicexperience.ca.
Okay, so we will see you there.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode and gained valuable insights to elevate your life and business.
If you found value in our conversation, spread the love. Share this episode with family and friends, and let's grow this supportive community together.
And don't forget to like and follow us so we can reach more amazing people just like you.
Until next time, remember, let's not sugarcoat it. Keep it real, raw, and unfiltered.